A madman followed me home that he wants to marry me, and my dad welcomed him. That's one of the most traumatizing experiences I've had. Let me share it with you. Growing up, greeting people has been one of the things my mom taught me how to do well. So at some point, it became normal to me. I can even recall one time an elderly man stopped my mom just to tell her how respectful I am, that each time I pass, I'm always greeting him. And he then offered to give us a bottle of Fanta in his restaurant, and the weather was very hot. So you see that Fanta, I can never forget that day. Imagine someone appreciating you for something that you do naturally. So now fast forward to my first year in uni, when I moved in with my dad. Anytime I went to buy something, I always greet people on my way, like in the streets basically. And I noticed there was a young man in his late 30s, I guess, that I was always greeting, that stays outside a church that was close to my dad's house. I greet him alongside the way I greet other people around me at that time. So one day he called and asked my name. I told him. He asked who I was staying with. I said my dad. I even mentioned my dad's name because I thought maybe he knew him. That's why he's asking. Then after that day, each time I pass, he will call me by my name and ask me, how are you? How's your dad? I just felt it was just being nice. But one thing I didn't understand was why people around the church will always look at me anytime I stop to talk to him. I was like, okay, maybe I think because I'm new in the streets, that's why. Then one day things started changing. So I went to buy something as usual, and the man called me again. So this time around, he didn't even ask me any other thing. He just told me, I want to marry you. I was confused and I pretended immediately as though I didn't hear him. So I told him, sorry sir, my dad sends me, I need to leave now. He said, no, I want to marry you. It was at that moment I knew that something was wrong. So I was running and he was shouting. That's when the church members now knew that something is wrong. To come to my rescue. He came to the man and held him. I did not go to buy anything again. I ran straight to the house. When I went to the house, I told my dad, this is what happened. No, do you know this man? I explained everything to him. My dad started laughing. It happened that my dad knew the man, and that's why he was laughing. So as I was explaining to my dad, and I was shaking like in fear, the man was approaching our door. And I told my dad to lock the door. My dad did not. My dad welcomed this man into the house. Everyone mad. The man entered the house and they were having a normal conversation with my dad. I could tell the man is actually a very intelligent person, but because he has mental issue, the conversation was not going like a normal person conversation. Let him be asking him one thing, let him be answering something else. I had to just leave for school immediately. It was even later I found out that they brought him to church so that he could get divine intervention for his mental issue. And I didn't know. That experience traumatized me even till date, that each time I see someone that looks like him or has this kind of nose, because he had a very small nose that was shaped in a way, I would be so scared, like my heart would literally skip. So tell me, have you had an experience like this before, or any madman story at all? And also, what do you think about my outfits? Let me know in the comment section. Bye.